Jacob's ladder, if I may. Yo, check. Kovo?
Yep, we good?
Is it coming through?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Alright, that's a nice addition to the setup. Okay, so now, what we got, Kovo? Five?
Five.
This is now going to be episode 5 of Chats with CNNR. And today, joined with a good friend, one of my boys, Gavin Price.
What's my boy?
How we doing?
Very well, how are you?
I'm chilling. It's great to have you.
It's great to be here.
Yeah. So I was lucky enough. GP1, he'll tell you about where he's been up to, but he was supposed to be in Florida this semester, but unfortunately he had a little injury he'll tell us about. But so I was able to have you. You're able to be here more, be with us more,
Of course.
and hang out, which is super cool. I love having.
It's like the second home here.
Right? Yeah, GB, he's always here.
Kovo knows how
Yeah.
it is. Especially being here, especially being last year, like the way I was brought in. Like I didn't expect for it to be like you, Cam, like
None of us.
Conley, Adam, like, and it's crazy too, like how it all come full circle. Like I went to high school with him, he brought me here, and I ended up meeting like kids like you and Adam, who are also great friends with Stone.
Fran,
You have, Mario.
Yeah, I know Mario, then I know Stone too. Yeah,
Exactly.
so
It's just crazy. So
we all just know each other.
everything happens for a reason.
Now we all get to see each other, which is cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
One of my favorite things Cole did last year would be like we'd be 5'11", and then all of a sudden you wouldn't even tell me you were coming. It was him and Frags saying, you're not even telling me you were coming, and then you just walk in or knock on the door, and we open it. GP's there. It was something nice, especially when we were first like.
That's what I'm saying. You guys made such a good home.
Yeah. We definitely. There was a couple times where when you come, everyone would go to bed. We'd be up watching. You and Cam, I remember we'd be watching movies, doing something like that. That was always.
I'd pull up sometimes just bring you two up.
Right.
And I'd be like, what's good, guys? Like you wouldn't even be there. I would pull up sometimes and it wouldn't even be.
Yeah. And that was when I was like, all right, wow. So like Gavin, I was like, Gavin's like one of our boys.
Exactly.
Like, this is like,
fuck with you.
that's how, we knew it really happened.
Yeah.
But anyways, getting back to you. So last semester, what school were you at? What's been going on?
I was off, so I didn't go to school last year. I was off. Just took a break. Figuring shit out myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, had a lot of stuff going on at the time. I failed off my school team. I went to FDU my freshman year.
Yep.
Failed off.
Yeah.
Didn't go to class. Didn't do my schoolwork, and I was there for baseball. You know, baseball is like my life. You know, it's what I do.
Yeah.
It's what God put me on this earth to do, and other things too. But that's just how I'm gonna get my way. But I was there to do that, and ultimately, like, just not doing school affected that.
Do you think the not doing school was just something because you're just far away
Maturity.
from home? Yeah, just
Maturity. I wasn't mature enough,
Yeah.
and that shit slapped me in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And baseball was quickly stripped away from me, and I saw, like, you know, you don't do the things, you don't do the sacrifices that's necessary to obtain the shit that you really want. Then, you know, you're gonna get slapped in the face, and you know,
there's a lot that comes with that.
So I wanted to take myself away from the game, take myself, like, I wanted to be uncomfortable. I wanted to put myself in a real life situation. I wanted to go to work, you know, be a normal person, and I didn't know if I was gonna come back to the game. You know, with Afterlife, you know, first like coming out, like, I wanted to like be part of that, and not, maybe that wasn't the best thing for me to do, but you know, everything happens for a reason, like I said, and it's all character building. But I wanted to be there for Riley, like, and you know, maybe I should have been there for myself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But
yeah. So
I cared more about being there for other people at that time rather than doing it for myself. And during that year and a half mark of me just working and, you know, coming here, and I quickly found myself again and went back to school, because baseball's everything. Because around like springtime, I started throwing again. Springtime of last year, I started picking up the ball again and started throwing it. I was like, I need this shit. So I told my parents around Easter time, I was like, I want to go back to school. And I was going to go to Worcester State. I was going to come here.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember hearing that news. I was psyched.
And had to work out with the Giants. It was like a local workout. They invited me.
Okay.
And at Worcester Academy, and I threw, and they introduced me to Chipola. And they were like, you need to get the fuck out of the Northeast, and you need to go somewhere where you can play every day. Like, warm weather and you're around like the high caliber of kids, who's gonna naturally like develop you, get you to like where you see yourself next level. I was like, damn, you're right.
Yeah.
So I did that process, and I got down there quickly, and I was doing really well, and I've been injured, I guess, since like sophomore year of high school. I've been with my back, and
the lower back.
yeah,
lower back.
I herniated discs, yeah,
Okay.
3 of them, and I was doing well with it. Like I didn't know at the time until my legs went numb.
Real.
Around like the end of the fall season, and fucked me up, bro. Like really fucked me up. Like,
Took you out.
yeah, it took me out. I couldn't go to class. Couldn't get out of bed for like a month and a half. Like just shooting pains down my legs, like dead ass. I thought
Like all day.
Oh yeah,
just...
all day, and did some stretches. I went to the trainer and get me right. I was doing stretches on my own and just trying to take it easy, and I was doing that, making just like telling my coaches what the word, like what was going on. I ended up getting an MRI, and they told me I had 3 herniated discs.
So you got the MRI down there. How long were you just chilling in your room for? Like a couple weeks, or they got right to
A couple weeks, yeah.
Couple weeks,
Yeah.
tough couple weeks, and then so you MRI and you got the results.
Yeah.
And it was, and then you found out. Oh. So that was what, a couple weeks ago? Now.
Months ago.
Months
It was
ago?
back in November.
November.
Yeah. So I'm back home now.
Yeah.
And it's
So
just
since
me.
then, what do we get into? Like a lot of PT, that
Yeah.
type stuff.
Yeah, I'm starting that up soon, but ever
Yeah.
since then, I just been back to work. I've been throwing it a little bit, just to keep my arm fresh. Can't really do too much because my back, but just spreading the culture.
Yeah.
Do my shit, making sure that I can do everything I can. I'm slacking a little bit, do some shit that I gotta do better, but
Yeah, I think we all got to pick up somewhere. So like, I was talking about that with Frag the other day. About we all have to pick up some of our shit because we've all been lacking a little bit. When I first met you, I didn't even know you played baseball. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So when like I found out and everything, like just like I was like, wow. So he's really like he was like that too. Because then I heard about FTU, and I was like, I had no idea you were totally into it. And then I was happy to see that you picked it back up because that's definitely something that over time meeting you, I've learned to know that you love. That's a big part of who you are. Baseball has probably done a lot for you.
Yeah, I mean, my dad.
That's what I say. So he's probably your biggest influence in baseball.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. If it wasn't for him, like I grew up in a batting cage because of him. He was a coach back when I was a baby, and I grew up around like older kids. I grew up around older kids, and that kind of had an influence on me, just like naturally, like just like knowing what 14, 15, 16-year-old kids were doing at the age of 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And kind of,
You're just always around that. It was just part of your...
always around it.
Yeah.
So. But like back to what I was saying, growing up in a baseball cage, like I would go to school, and then my dad would take me back to the facility headquarters back in Shrewsbury.
That's all that. That's all you're doing. You're school and baseball.
Go home late at night with him.
That's awesome.
It's probably why I don't have a very good sleep schedule.
No, that's good. That's the one that you spend. That's a great time with your dad, like great memories with your dad, and then you're just getting better at it, something that you found.
For sure, and yeah, I definitely found it myself, and he helped me just the way everything played out, and I happened to be good.
Yeah, it worked out.
So exactly, it worked out.
And you found your passion at a young age, which is huge. Because some people don't find something that they really enjoy and they're good at for a while in life.
Yeah.
And for you to get right into that and just stay focused and be able to like create those memories with your friends, with your family through baseball is something that's really special, I feel like, for you.
Yeah, no, but when it comes down to sports, so I feel like it's really important for you to find yourself like outside of the sports, because people can get lost like in the athletic side, and I feel like it's really important not to. Like you gotta find your hobbies that you could do outside of baseball, football, basketball. Okay. Like shit. I mean, you need to make money too. Like you need to like. I don't like saying you need a backup plan, but I like to say that there's other things that you can do other than one thing.
Yeah, there's other things.
You're not here on this earth just to do one thing. Like you're here to do multiple things. Like unless you really think you're here to do one thing, and like if you really think that, I believe you're being naive to you. Like you just don't want to. You don't want to do other things, and like that's solely up to you.
Yeah,
I believe everyone has an aspiration to do multiple things, and that's something I've learned from just meeting basically everyone that I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has multiple like sides to them. Not everyone has just like one thing that they want to do.
I think we're all put on this earth to experience. That's
For
what
sure.
I think.
And whether or not they think that they can do it, like for example, my roommate, back at school, like this kid's 18 years old, like from Miami, like got drafted out of high school, and he's like,
oh wow,
he's gonna get drafted again. Like
okay.
he turned it down because he knows he's worth more than what he was offered, and he's telling me like he's a smart kid, like thinks like me, like the way he's just like. The way we have conversations, you know what I'm saying? Like us, like he thinks.
You feel that energy, you feel that connection, yeah.
And like he'd be like, "I'm only play baseball. I'm only here to play baseball," and I'm just like, and I tell him like, "No, you're not." Like, bro, like, and he's into God too. Like he's religious. Like he's Christian. And, like, I'd be telling him like we're like as Christians, like we're here to spread knowledge, like to spread knowledge and truth and the Word of God, and like you know that, and he's like, I know. Because like we're doing church study with this really good friend of our coach, on some calm shit too. Like we would go, like the whole team would go over. He would cook us meals.
Oh,
him and his wife would cook us meals, and we would just talk about like the Bible and talk about the Word of God and like have conversations. And like he would preach to us like, you're not here just to play baseball. You're here to do other things. Like bring people closer to God. Like bring people closer together. Like make people love each other. Like. And like it's just as easy as saying one word to someone to make someone's day bright. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ultimately, like, that's what it's all about: making people happier. Like putting yourself aside so that the other people can be happy. Because ultimately, you're gonna be happy doing that. You're gonna find peace and happiness, the most pure happiness, by doing that. Like doing it right.
Doing it right, spreading the good word for people.
Yeah.
So, and with the teachings through the Bible, like that's also a great thing. But I think you learned a huge lesson when you were at FDU. And that's kind of why that you learn through experience to tell your roommate now, like, I've been there. Like, you,
100%.
When you were after you were kind of maybe not totally into that mindset of, like, I'm only here for baseball. I don't know if you were really thinking that, but now that you've been through that, that was a great lesson for you to learn about it. And now you're telling your teammates, so I feel like they should really listen to that.
For sure, because I was one of the older kids in that crew, because they were just coming in
like
college.
18, 19?
Yeah, because it was a 2-year school still, but
okay.
Kids are still going there as their first year. Most people go there to just transfer in and transfer out. Like in my case, like there's a couple kids on the team that were 21, but there for their first year, just because they're in a situation. But yeah, man, like life is crazy.
Yeah,
life is crazy. There's so many aspects to this shit that matters, and it's all different for everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like we all experience something different.
We got 4 people in this room, and there's 4 different aspirations. Like there's at least like 400 different aspirations just between the 4 of us.
Yeah, it's wild. It really is wild. It's nice. Cam is all his aspirations. Goal ball, for sure. We all do. It's yeah. I mean, damn.
I feel like the goal is to at least like we're gonna hone in on the most powerful one that you know, the most knowledgeable one that you know. Hone in on that, and use that to propel yourself into a situation where you can branch off and to like venture into your own ideas.
You're saying you have that one passion, and then you branch off, and then you have other hobbies,
for example, like
interests.
Maybe not like this. Maybe if let's say this is your biggest passion and hobby.
Yeah.
And you put all your effort in and make this a $1 million business. Through that process, maybe you're finding other things that you want to do too, but you're honing in on one thing that's building you the most wealth and profit and self growth as well, and that's gonna help you just like do other things. It's gonna help you create more relationships with other people, and you're gonna eventually be able to do other things because of what you created. Honing in on that original like one thing. Like think about like all these like big time billionaires. They all did one thing, and then that made them big rich, and they did like real thing, like fucking this, that. You know what I'm saying? Like
they build it up.
For my example, like I want to make my millions playing baseball, and then like, you know, like I want to make movies one day, and
that's
I
what
want to get into like
I
wanted to get into like big clothes, like eventually like into like music and shit like that. Like there's a lot of aspects to me that I want to do, but I'm not gonna be able to do that unless I get there until I get to that, because God didn't put me on this earth so I can quit baseball and go make music or just like go make art. Like, I'm doing what I'm doing right now, and I'm very happy doing it. Sure, there's other things, but I'm all lined up to play baseball. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think every choice you're making right now is reflecting like your passion, who you
100%.
are.
And I think a lot of people don't know their passion because they're not doing anything.
Yeah, they're just not putting themselves out there. They're not getting uncomfortable. They're not trying new things, which is, you have to be trying new things. You have to be looking for new experiences. You have to be like, and I think you're a good example because, like I said, when I met you, I didn't even know you played baseball. I didn't even know you were super into baseball like that. When I first met you, it was more about like your philosophies. Like, I don't know if you were into like just coming over and you had different ideas. I remember you like telling me like in Christianity, then things like, I would say like, even when you came in, we would just shoot the shit, play the Wii. I remember you were playing like Lego Star Wars, just like stuff like that, just like, and I had no idea. Then like Afterlife, I didn't know if you're just fully into that, and then it kind of shows you how you have different branches with all that stuff, which is cool.
For real, no, I just can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, bounce off to that. Like, you can bounce off just so many different things. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
life is fun,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, life is dead ass fun. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good, When you really think about all the good things you can do.
Yeah, and like life can be hard.
Yeah,
but it's fun.
It's meant to be hard.
The way that like we're able to just laugh and like share memories, like, it's cool. It's
like, we're
cool
meant to
shit.
feel all the emotions, like sad. Like, that's why they're emotional. That's why they're all here, and that's why it depends how you react when you have these feelings and have those thoughts. Yeah. I think a lot of that is what I know. Something that you've told me is like make your choices, like just reflect like what you want to do, and make sure you're doing the right things.
Absolutely, absolutely, bro.
I think it's super important.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm happy now. I'm happy GP1's here, which is good. I'm doing good. I'm happy to start this. GP, honestly, like when we're doing this stuff, it's just nice to hear you like that you love it and you like love to see everyone who you're around put up.
It's artistic. Like,
it's just,
everyone has like an artistic like thing to them. Like, everyone has like whether it's music, drawing, painting, like doing podcasts, like creating videos, just content. Like, everyone has something they want to do, like artistically, but like not that doesn't require like
Cam should be making like skits, because you see the value Cam has with his humor.
So funny, bro.
Like his humor and his.
You're one of the funniest kids I've ever met.
His impressions too. He's being for real too. That's the best thing about it.
No, bro.
See him right now. He's just being funny. That's awesome.
Nah, but it's like just like we're characters.
Yeah.
We're characters. I think when you shine a light on that, like people draw attention to that. Like when you want the attention. Like I'm not trying to be like being an attention grabber. Like I hate people like that. But like when you want people to see, they'll see, and like it's up to you to like whether they want to believe in you or not. It's how much you believe in yourself.
For real.
Reflects. People smell that. Like people smell like it's blood in the water. You know what I'm saying? Like people know if you're confident in yourself or not, and like they fuck with that. Like people fuck with like when you fuck with yourself.
Yeah.
And like not and that's different from being arrogant and ego. Like
kind of way you're self-aware of your own confidence.
I'm gonna separate being egotistical and arrogant only because I feel like arrogance plays into being egotistical, and I think egotistical is a broad spectrum of things. I think being arrogant is something you don't want to do.
No.
Like that's sinful. Like you don't want to be arrogant. Like you don't want to be humble. If you want to be humble, like you still know the truth without having to brag it. It doesn't matter what other people think.
Because you know
it does and it doesn't.
Yeah.
It does and it doesn't.
Because you would think maybe because of the image you're putting out there for yourself, and you might be thinking how you're affecting other people in a way that their view matters, or why do you think that sometimes it doesn't? What
do you mean?
Like you're talking about, so you're saying that the way people view you matters sometimes. I think
perception.
I agree.
I think perception matters. I think the way you perceive things could be completely wrong compared to what someone could be trying to show you something and you could be perceiving it wrong. That matters because that other person's trying to show you something and you're receiving it wrong. You know what I'm saying? I think it matters. Like authenticity matters. I think being yourself matters, and I think if you can be yourself and someone shies away from it, I think that's when it doesn't matter. Like you just have to be yourself. Like if you're not being yourself and someone like says something or like and you get upset, it's like, well, how are you gonna get upset when like you're not being yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like,
so yeah, if you're being yourself and then people still don't feel you and people still have the wrong idea with you, then that's when you're like, all right, I can walk away from this.
exactly,
I can accept
exactly. But sometimes you have to go within yourself and like really determine if it matters or not.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
It's all about being grounded and like whether or not you know that you're being yourself matters. Being authentic matters, and especially when it comes to being creative. Like, I think it's not always fit for everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're targeting a specific person, a person like you, because you're not alone. No matter, there's fucking 8 billion people in this world.
Right.
There's at least a crowd of 1,000 people that are like you. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like that you can speak to.
Yeah. So there's so many people out there that you were able to reach out to. And,
for sure.
like,
Think about us.
And,
There's more people like us.
Right
Think about how different we are, and we can still come together.
We still have a full circle with everyone.
Exactly. And like, exactly.
Right.
Like, you can have 5 different types of circles.
It's crazy.
It's just like, and think about if you started being an artist with that. Like, you had a business and you're being that, and like all those 5 circles drifted towards you. Now you have an army. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we just gotta spread more of our. I think we just gotta be more of ourselves and like put ourselves out there more.
And that's something that that you preach, and I think that's something that when you say that resonates with everyone that you've met. That resonates with me because when I think about like having conversations with you about wow, I need to be more myself and like do what's best for me and try different things, and I try to be more me.
And I say that because it's like I need to be putting myself out there. Like it's like I'm saying these words, but like I need to go out there and like
Oh, for sure. So you practice what
you
you're preaching.
And I don't even know how to really like. This is an example of me putting myself out there.
Yeah.
Like, saying yes to you and like actually being in front of a camera and like could be 8 billion people right now. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like this is real. Like this is real. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's just like it takes balls for you to open yourself up, and I think it's important for you to put yourself in an uncomfortable position.
Yeah, you're in a vulnerable state sometimes you do that and
100%.
stuff. But yeah, and you think I know one thing I love about you is when you know someone's creative and you know someone has the abilities, you always preach that to them and like influence them to go after that. That just die.
I gotta repeat that. It threw me off real quick.
You good? You good? No. Yeah. So when you meet Cam, you're like, you gotta like go after this. You gotta like make skits. You are funny. And then someone like Koval, you know what he likes. I feel like you always are putting like such good influence into people who you've known. So kind of when you've been doing that for a while, so what's that been like when someone, for example, like even like Riley, like inspiring him with his business, just seeing people around you grow, is a booster for you? And it's like a booster to know like your teachings have like mattered with people, because like I said, a lot of the things that you've said have resonated with me to like make me be more self-aware and make me want to put more into what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, me and Riley we grew up together at the perfect time, like at a perfect time where like we were ourselves, like we didn't know each other, and we met each other at 13, 14 years old. Like, that's like when we met each other, like it's like something clicked, and like we helped each other like become who we are today, and like to this day, like me and him we're talking about it one time, like we was booing, like we were just cooling it, and we were talking about like we're like a double helix, and like it lines up like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Twizzy shit.
Not a lot of people get to have that, which is
it's cool. No, and like I could not talk to him, and like it would still be like slime shit.
Yeah,
like
you have that. You already have the connection. You already have the relationship.
I don't even know what the fuck we was even just talking about. But no, like that relationship is something special. And I feel like not a lot of people have that kind of thing, and like he's doing great. And Afterlife is a whole culture that was that was brought upon just because of our relationship. And like, it's cool. Like, you put it, Loki just put it into perspective. That's why I was just like, I don't know what the fuck we're just talking about, because you said that and it was kind of crazy. Like,
because you really
I
just
didn't know
think
to break
about
it down
yeah.
for me like that. Like, how like the influence, like how you said it, like I tried to like influence.
Yeah,
in
you
a good way though.
In a good way, in a
Because
positive way.
I don't because sometimes I'm like, damn, influence like sometimes is bad. But like when there's an actual positive influence in the world, like I feel like that's a really good thing.
Your
And
positive energy.
I guess I feel good that I'm doing something good.
Yes.
Like other than playing baseball.
And the best thing about that is like what you said, you're practicing like what you're preaching. You're also putting yourself out there, and people are learning through you. You could even just be doing your actions, and people would still take notice. I feel like, but you're yet to be like with your roommate too, telling them about baseball, telling someone like let's go, like you got to feel it.
I just love people,
right?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really love. There's certain people, like there's certain people that I feel like God put in my life for a reason. Like, for example, you guys, like my roommate, and I'm not even like talking. Like, I talk, like text him, like I'll keep in touch with him. Like, I'm not with him right now, but like I loved him. Like, he was my boy, and I knew him, and I see the struggles, and I feel like I see the struggles, and sometimes in people, and I want to be there to help them get through it. And like, to be honest, we're at an age right now where we want to make money, and we want to. Everyone I meet has this like goal of like becoming rich and becoming like not famous but being someone, and I want to be that. And for some, like, I have like this thing where like I want to help other people get there, and I feel like I see a light. I feel like I always can see a light, and what keeps me going is what you just said. Like, I see the spark in people's eyes when I talk, and I've never really like just kept me going.
Yeah,
but like,
I feel like
cool. It's cool to know that, you know,
you got that spark. Yeah, when you walk into the room, like, you can know like the energy shifts sometimes when you open up and tell us something that we need to hear, because you're someone to tell people like what they need to hear, like to get them up and get them back like on track, and to inspire, like what we've been talking about like for the last 10 minutes, just inspiring them. You're an inspiring person. That's like one of my favorite things about being friends with you and just getting to know you is that part of you. For sure.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I know that's wild. So I kind of want to know. I don't even know like the backstory of Afterlife. Like, was that something you and Riley like talked about a couple of years ago, or you always had it in the vault?
Well, honestly, bro, like, he was always into financial planning. He was always into making money.
Yeah.
And you know, me playing baseball, like, we're always doing our own thing, and like we clicked on something like culture. Like, we clicked on culture, and like Wu-Tang is a big influence, like a brand, like a staple in the city. And like, what mattered to me and him was, you know, like making a staple in the city and like creating a brand. So like he I don't even know like what Afterlife started as a NFT company, actually.
Oh,
that's now it's starting to bring it back. Afterlife started as
told me that before.
as NFTs. It started off as a cryptocurrency market. He created it was a business.
Yeah.
Before it was a brand. It was for like buying and selling NFTs. Yes, NFTs.
Yeah.
But that logo has always been the logo. You know when it's like the not the skull, but it's the lines.
The lines, and then does it have like that little?
Yes.
The purple,
yes.
like the purple.
The diamond.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So that was the original logo, and it started like that, and he ended up. I remember he did a project in school with clothing brand, and he did well on it, and he was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna start a clothing brand. So he used Afterlife, and he used like the whole like God concept, not Christian, but a higher power, a divine essence, put it into the brand, and you know, that's what Afterlife is all about, like a divine essence. And creating something that people like us can dive into and buy cool shit.
Mm.
And it started like that, and it ended up just becoming something kind of more than that. Like a culture, its own kind of culture. You know what I'm saying?
And when you put that shirt on, that sweatshirt on, you're part of that culture
For sure. And
I remember the first day I remember you telling me about it, but then that day that all the sweatshirts were coming in, and we all put them on. Then I think that's when Carter took that video. That was on it's on Afterlife, one of their first videos.
That's just hard. That's what I wish. That's what I wish it stuck to, that raw, kind of like ASAP.
Yeah.
ASAP vibe, like that. Have you seen the odd tapes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you seen the odd tapes?
Yeah. It's just like raw footage, and then
exactly. It's with the VHS cameras, and it's just like a bunch of gritty 90 footage, and it's not from the 90s, but it's that kind of essence to it, and I love that.
Yeah, that video was nice.
I don't know what's up with it now though. I don't know what's up with
hopefully new drop soon. Hopefully something.
Drop coming soon for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but it's coming soon. I was talking to him back. I remember he wanted to do a jumpsuit, and I was like, "Yeah, that's fire." He wanted to do a all black jumpsuit, like a polo tech, not a polo tech, like a polo jumpsuit, and
the zip up or
zip up,
almost like a Nike tech.
Yes, exactly. But it was more like the polo ones because it had the white down the whole side of it. But the one that Carter did, remember? So what's it? It was a stripe down here. Did you see it?
I saw the original jumpsuit he came up with.
That
was supposed to be on the last drop.
Yes, but he wanted to add the one that Carter did. He made a white stripe down the sides.
Yeah.
In the pants too.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been hard.
Yeah.
So I think you should do that next drop.
Yeah, that would be tough. That would be nice.
I know a guy or two that could make something happen.
For sure.
But nah. Yeah.
That's cool. It's been a great thing that everyone loves. I know Adam loves it. Conley wore his shirt out last week. It's the culture that you put us onto, and
it means so much to me that you guys wanted to fuck with it.
We love it. I mean, I think Cole's wearing a sweatshirt today. I feel like everything about it is.
I just think it's so cool how it's I'm able to bring the kids I went to high school with, with the kids and they were able to bring me into the kids that they went to college with, and I'm able to bring you guys in with Riley and Fran and Kohler and kids I grew up with in high school that you guys didn't hang out with, but I got to school and you guys were my boys. You know what I'm saying? And it was just two different worlds and able to clash. And I came here and different worlds clash, and now it's all one big world.
Yeah, a great example that I think was at God Soul. When we all pulled up,
that shit was insane.
Especially the tables around you, Woo Athletics is there, Stu Blessed and Visions. They're all everyone's there, just promoting their brand and being together. We're all wow, we were all really here. So you have your own table and all your boys.
It was literally everyone.
It was awesome. That was
except
really
Fran, but Kohler was even there, I think too, right?
The Kohler
was walking
up with us. Yeah.
The Kohler, yeah.
She was so fire.
I met a bunch of people that day. That's when I met Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Rob.
Oh my god, you guys met Quinn.
Yeah, I think, did we meet?
Little scrawny white kid?
Yeah.
Looked like he was up first.
Yeah, like Quinn the day. I remember meeting Shiv that day.
Shiv.
A lot of people.
I love Shiv, bro.
She was tough.
Riley and Shiv worked together over our summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember Riley saying that, because I think Adam might work there or something. But that's definitely cool stuff.
Riley got an interview there.
Oh, wow.
A while ago.
Yeah, I think over the summer. I remember Adam told me about that.
She's fire though. He's doing well. He's doing well too.
Yeah, that's just so spending time with your boys, doing that stuff. One thing you love to do: put on a fire movie. Jacob's Ladder, if I may.
Yes, bro. Bro, I could sit here. We could do a whole other podcast, bro.
It'd be like a Donnie Darko.
We could do a whole nother podcast on just talking about movies. And you know what? That's the first podcast we're doing. Of all of us,
there we go.
We have to talk about movies.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Save the movie talk for the big podcast.
Yeah,
that's great.
You don't have to review a movie, but
we can even Bro, I'm getting ideas now, like flowing. One time we can even do it. We could put on a movie and like stream like us just like reacting to the movie. That'd be so fire.
2.5
2
hours.
A 2.5 hour
video.
video. That'd be so funny. We could change the game. I think I would low key like sit and you'd be like a screen of the movie with us. Like you could watch the movie and
Yeah, I was gonna say that's copyright.
But I just want to talk about one more thing.
Yeah.
So I never knew this even until today that you didn't meet like YWC guys till your freshman year.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, I met them my freshman year because I went to high school. I went to Lawrence Academy, right?
Mm-hmm. I did not know that. I know I just said
you know Lawrence Academy?
Yeah, I know Lawrence Academy.
You guys know Lawrence Academy?
Yeah.
I went out there for my freshman year, boarding school.
Mm-hmm.
Was playing baseball there. They're gross. I was did some fuck shit.
Yeah.
And I had to leave. And
Okay.
I came to Quabbin. Both my parents graduated from Quabbin.
Alright.
And my yaya lives in Ocam, which is like one of the bus routes, and it's in the district. So it was just convenient for me to go there rather than me go to like Doherty or Burncoat or like South. Like I don't know. I'm good. My parents didn't want to send me there, so just went out to Quabbin. And I met them. And I really didn't hang out with anyone until what? When did I start like actually fucking with y'all?
Sophomore year, we were in Flex Block.
Well, I was in Flex Block with you freshman year too.
Freshman year, yeah, it was just kind of me and Kyle Nastasi. But
Cyrus.
sophomore year, when we had that shelter in place, that was kind of big. And then I think
Yeah, you're right.
around all that was like you and Wage. And then after that, it was kind of me and Wage introducing you to everyone else. Not really introducing, but like you were more comfortable around everyone else.
I was most comfortable around Wage. Probably.
Wage. Shout out Wage.
Zach Wilson.
We're not going down the Nastasi route.
The quarterback.
Okay. Jasper.
Carter.
You know you're good.
I'm good.
Don't you.
Yeah. You're good. I already.
There's a lot of names.
There's a lot of. Yeah.
Haley Carlson.
This could be another hour of him naming kids from high school.
Brown.
I kind of just want to see how much it's been for you to see everyone grow in the group now and to see where we're at now as an observant person. I feel like that's something that you would take notice of and just see Carter be able to do his thing right now.
Bro, it's crazy because
Right.
I remember when we were in class, like when he first started telling me that he was into music, bro, it was crazy. Like he was the first person I met that was like really big into like making music, and he was my age and he was really good at it. And I was like, damn, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just something that I valued within him. Like I looked up to him about like I knew he was getting his own at a very young age. Like it's cool to see how he
and see him even just do it.
How he all you guys like not gravitated, but it opened up your guys' like even me my ability to make music, and even not saying that I'm good at making music, but it opens you up to being able to write lyrics or get behind a keyboard and start making beats. You know what I'm saying? The sky's limitless. You can really do it all.
Yeah.
If you want.
Well,
You have the right people around you, and we're blessed enough that I feel like we could really do it all.
You just want to put the time into it.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
It's all time. Yeah. I remember seeing Carter do it for the first time when he came and he plugged in all his laptop and is making the beats and how quick he is with it and how much
he brings
knows.
it everywhere.
Yeah. He knows so much.
That's why he's so good, because he's always practicing. I can relate it just like baseball. I'm always I remember I was young in grocery stores, doing my motions, swinging, throwing. He treats his music like how I treat my baseball. He brings it everywhere with him, so he can plug his shit in and still do it. Whether it's making beats or he's doing his shit. He's always doing him.
Yeah.
Whether he's making clothes for a random reason or on AI, creating emblems and
just doing something
creative.
crazy, yeah.
Exactly. It's just you see him, and he's a big inspiration for me. Just the way he is, just the way he is.
For sure, Carter's when he comes and he spreads a good message too. Every time I meet him, or when I met him, every time he comes here, he's
just very smart. He's one of the smartest kids I've ever met.
Yeah. He's smart. He's able to understand how people are too. He's a self-aware kid
for sure
and observant. Like Koval. That's the other thing. Koval belongs on Wall Street.
He's so fast too. Koval belongs on Wall Street. He does. He does.
That's the man. So just see, even like Frag just do his thing on the mic. It's just, me just seeing it for you, you're probably like, wow, because you're just noticing everyone's creativity.
Wage needs to be on stage, bro. He belongs on stage. Whether it's a comedian, an artist, like, bro, he is so different. He's so different. Like, I've never met anyone like him. Like, he's actually someone where, like
the Wilson watches, like that, even new stuff. Shout out Wilson watches.
But even having a conversation with him, like,
yeah,
bro, you're so different. Like, I love that about him. Like, he's so smart too. Like, everyone's smart. I don't know. Like,
all of you guys are. I love having you guys on.
He's so funny.
Like having Paul here, having Josh on here. That was great. You were here for the Josh one.
Oh yeah, that went well.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I think it did good.
No, it's awesome that you guys are doing this.
Yeah,
that you're doing this.
It's
a good way to get us in front of the spotlight.
Right.
Really open ourselves up.
So I guess we'll do a couple more videos. Actually, we got movie stuff now. What else we got?
We got ideas flowing now.
Yeah, ideas flowing now.
We have a lot.
We'll rank our actors, actresses, do all that. But I mean, anything you want to say? Last. I mean, you said a lot. I mean, you said. I feel like you can't put everything into one little thing, but you have something.
Do it for yourself. Do it for God. Listen to your parents. Don't stay off drugs.
Preach.
Show.
Yeah.
Gang.
GP, thank you. Boy.